Hello everybody, today I am sharing with you a lovely journal that I've put together, and this is a design team project for Lavish Laces. The laces throughout the internal of the journal are predominantly Lavish Laces. There might be two that are not. The outside of the journal has this old vintage table runner that I cut to size, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's got that shabby look to it. It's a bit tatty. It's not perfect. A little bit stained, although it has been washed and soaked. And what I did was, behind it I have some lovely linen, and I have, you can see if I get up close there, there's a running stitch all the way around each of the white parts on this to hold it to the linen, a little running stitch, and then each little intersection of this webbing type lace has a stitch in it as well. So very time consuming, but I love the way it turned out. Even these little bits here that hang over the edge have a little running stitch that I've put in. So I think it turned out so lovely. I love the way it feels. It doesn't feel too precious, you know, because it's got that tatty look. It doesn't feel like you have to be very, very careful with it. It's like it's worn with time. So that's what the cover's made up of. It actually measures 6.5 inches by 8 3/4 inches. It has approximately 56 pages with 2 signatures. The tie is made from a vintage wedding train. It was a lovely long wedding train that I found thrifting, and it must have buttoned to the waistline at the back of the wedding dress. And this is part of the outside of the wedding train. I think it's lovely. It's beautifully and soft, and the colour is aged. It's not, I haven't done anything to it. So let's go inside. It's in a vintage shabby style with a touch of glam, not over the top glam, but it has a bit of sparkle in it. Let me just point out this little bit of trim here was from DD. This little one here, and there's something else, but all the other laces are from Lavish Laces. So we have 2 tags in the pocket here, but the inside of the journal is covered in beautiful vintage ledger paper, also from Lavish Laces. All the tags have been stitched and lined, so they're double thickness. These are just offcuts from Lavish Lace pieces that I've collaged on, and this one was really lovely because it has a little loop. When I cut it out, it had a little loop on the end, so I just threaded the tie through it. And this one is a lace, and I've cut a little piece of the lace out and put it on the inside of that frame. Some lovely flowers and mother of pearl buttons. There's a lot in here. Another tag there. A little bit of washi sticker on the back and a doily on the page. All the pages are tea stained. And these ones here, I did a collage tuck spot, but then I laid some of the lovely lace over the top, and I really like the way that looks. It just softens the collage. Did some stenciling, and that's another little collage there with old papers, and I think old papers, yep, and some of the lace. Another tag there with a doily piece. I think that was a piece of packaging I received once, and a vellum clock that I stitched on, and I had the stitching come through, and I just think it's a quirky little feature on the back there. Oh, and I put a little gem there as well, just to add to that touch of glam. Just another tuck spot there with laces on it, and part of it was the edge part of the ledger paper, and it's got where the glue was holding it all in the book originally. So I put that on the outside because I like that kind of thing. Another little bit of trim there, flowers. I put a frame there because then you can put a little quote or something of importance you can write. There's lots of writing space in my journals. I like to make them that way. Beautiful, beautiful piece of lace there from Lavish Laces. Just a ticket, and that was taken from the Cosmo Tickets by Sam Paul. This was also sent to me, I think, last month, or could have been the month before, from Lavish Laces. Gisela does sell stamps in her store as well as laces and trims and vintage papers and photos and things like that. Just some collage material here, just a few different pieces that can be used, or you can use them as journal spots as well in that little tuck spot there, and a seed packet to use or collect things in at your leisure. Lovely piece of fabric. It was a fabric sample that also came from Gisela's store. It was in the Christmas kit, and I cut one of the little pieces out of it, and it just adds a nice little something there. I was sent some original French letters in my design package, so I just photographed them and put them on the computer and then printed them out like that. And there's a tag there with beautiful laces on the front. Lovely mother of pearl button and more beautiful lace. And this is a lovely, it's an applique piece from Lavish Laces. It's really beautiful. It's got beading and silver thread going through it. So I just made a tab with it. Well, I made the tab out of ledger paper, and then put lace and some of that lovely piece on there as well. Little dangle here of a flower and a drop pearl held together with a ribbon end. Lovely lace collage. Another piece here, and I've cut that out of this large lace. Can you see it there? There's the piece there, and I've just cut it out and placed it on the tag, leaving it a little bit ratty around the edge for that nice shabby look. More little collage edging. Beautiful doily in the centre of the first signature. These flowers are from Lavish Laces as well. Another beautiful tag. I love this. It's a very fine cotton embroidery anglaise. It's lovely. It's really, really pretty, that one. Not a mother of pearl, a milk glass vintage bead there. We have a little cluster of laces here. It's got paper for stability at the back, then a bit of raw silk there, and then a couple of offcuts of lace. Then I've put a rhinestone chain piece on there as well, and that's connected to the page. That won't come off. Another little tab there, and a couple of tags in here. See, tag on some old music paper, and that's another one of the letters that I photographed. And this one was actually open at the bottom, and somebody had opened it and read it like that, so I photographed it like that, and added a little bit of lace to the bottom. Makes a nice little journal spot, and I've lined that with tissue paper actually. I've glued the tissue paper on so it wasn't white behind it. Some more little bits in here, another one of the little letters that I photographed, and seed packet, and another little frame that you can use throughout the journal. A CD envelope here, and I think that I did that a long time ago when this, you know, the whole plastic tablecloth thing first came out, and added a bit of offcuts to it, and there's a lovely crown applique crochet piece in there, beautiful piece. On the other side of that lovely lace, a little dangle here with two of the laces from Lavish Laces, and another vintage milk glass bead on there, and the tiniest little ribbon end holds those together. Little flip out, another lovely tag, and that's a vintage jewellery piece. And this was from Dee Dee, as well as that, the one I showed you right at the front. We have an envelope here, the vintage image, and I found these in my stash. I must have printed them out a long time ago. It was from a newspaper piece that I've got. I've still got it. And I took a couple of copies of it, so I've put those in there. You can either write on the back of them or use them in collaging. Yeah, little trim along there. That's the center of the journal, and I have a paper bag and a doily in the center, and in each pocket I have a lovely long tag with the beautiful trim from Lavish Laces. It's got the silver embroidery going through it, and a little bit of silk at the top there, and they're both the same in the bags. That's the tag is the same. Then we go back the other way, more collage work on the side, another tag, and I've just cut a couple of flowers out of different laces and layered them up there. Looks very pretty. Little frame, and on this one I did make a little tag to go in it, and you open it up and you can journal in that, and on the back, and it just pops in there like that. Another little dangle with some pearls and a crystal. Tag. That's a flip up of one of the laces. You can see this is the lace that I cut the flowers out and layered them up. More of that beautiful beaded piece there, with a little bit of glam. A little bit of washi tape on the side here. I know adds a bit of sparkle and just something a little bit different, so not everything is exactly the same. More collage, another tab here. And we have a pocket, and have another one of the letters, another lovely tag, and then a little bag that I made ages ago. It's been embossed, and in there I've just put some decorative papers that can be used throughout the journal, or you can just write on the back of them. You don't have to rip them up and things. You can just use them as journal spots if that's what you want to do. And this is a lovely little lace, this one. It has a scallop effect like that with the points, and I just really like the way that looks on that pocket. I hope everybody's keeping well. There's another little lace dangle there with a milk glass bead. Another tag there, and another lace piece taken out. And these lovely flowers there, I've had those for ages and ages. They're Tsunami Rose printable that I had from before. And there's another one of the lovely French letters. And there, and some more collage papers. Another beautiful doily in the center here. Another frame that you can use throughout the journal, and a little seed packet there. There's nothing in the seed packets, that's for you to put things in yourself. Another lovely tag. And another flip there, and then we have just an off-cut little notebook journal here. Collage of different scraps from Lavish Laces with a flower. And that's just a music sheet from an old book, so I kept the image on the back of it. I thought that added something to it. And then we've just got scraps of paper to make up a little booklet there. Another lovely little bead dangle there. Oh, I forgot to show you the other side of that one. Where is it? Yeah. On this one, I had this beautiful little millinery flower. It was off a headpiece, and it's just a little fabric flower, I think, but it's covered in glitter, and that's how it was. It's very stiff, but it's ever so pretty. But I could only find one of them. I know I've got some more, but I had that over here, so I must have taken it off at some stage and then put it over there. So another tag with that beautiful trim. Another little journal spot, and another one of the letters. Softest blue. It's just beautiful. Another tag with the jewellery piece on it. Another little dangle there with the rhinestone trim and the laces and things. And then on our last page we have this paper bag, which was also packaging from Paper Inspirations a while ago, so I thought I would use it. And inside of it I've just got a sheet that can be used to either write on or used as collage paper and things like that, so I've popped that in there. And then on the very last page, the same sort of thing as the front. This is the other one from DD. This little, oh, I forgot to glitter that flower. I will do that when I finish. We have a tag. We have another tag. And then we also have a writing board, or a resting plate, made out of index cards. I think I've got 3 or 4 of them all glued together there, and then covered with decorator paper and some raw silk. at the top, and that is for you to use when writing, so you don't get imprints like from that doily or anything like that. It's easy enough to write or draw or sketch or whatever on the page without, you know, the pen going through the paper, because you've got a bit of lumpy bumpy things going on behind. So of course you can use that either way, and that way as well. So I paste that in the back there. Just so it makes it easier for you to write. And I will put some glitter, just as I've got glitter on like that one there, on that last flower there. And that is my journal, and this will be available in my Etsy shop if anybody is interested. I've absolutely loved working in this journal. I love the way it turned out. These neutral colours, I love them. I really do. I love to work with colours, but every so often I like to throw in a nice neutral vintage shabby journal as well, because I just think they're lovely. You can add colour to it, like whoever decides they might want it can add their own colour accents to it. That's quite easy to do with a neutral background. But the cover turned out beautifully. The inside makes me very happy. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll put all the details to Lavish Laces in the description box below. I think there's a coupon code there as well for you, if anybody is interested in looking at any of the beautiful laces and things that I've used from Gisela's store. So take care, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.